Hi, this is Pat Moorhead, and we are live here on the 6-5. We are back to event season again. Very, very excited to do that. I think I'm on the road for, I don't know, 5-6 weeks, but that's what us analysts do. It's part of the job. It's in the job description. I think I may have written the job description. But anyways, Daniel, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I guess you didn't get the memo, but all the events are remote and we can do them all from home now. I was told that at some point in 2020, 2021. I was also not told that that would become completely untrue and that we would be on the road 47, 48. I think it's going to be 48 weeks this year, Pat. So, you know what, though? Who's complaining? These events are awesome. I love technology. It's so much fun. We were out there and this next one's going to be great.
No, it is. And we are here. We are talking Google Cloud Next 2023, which, Dan, you and I will be there live on site. But we are excited to have a conversation talking a little bit about what to expect in Google Cloud Next. But the great part is you're not just going to have to listen to us talking about that. We have Google Cloud CTO Will Grannis. Will, welcome to the 6-5, and thanks for being a first-time guest.
Yeah, Pat and Dan, it's an honor to be here. Thanks for letting me crash the party.
Yeah, I mean, I think I went to my first Google Cloud Next. I think it was on a pier somewhere in San Francisco, and the company has just come a long way, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. Dan, sorry I interrupted you.
Well, I was going to say, the first, so I've been here about 9 years now. First one I went to, we had in like a ballroom of a hotel, and you had the little, the pop-up stand, pop-up stage, and you had to watch, you didn't trip over it. And it has certainly come a long way.
Yeah, it's been a really great journey to watch. Last couple of quarters, the company turned profitable. I think there was a lot of eyeballs on when was that going to happen, Will. And I know you being in the CTO's office, you probably think about that a little bit less than maybe some other people that are in the business. But at the same time, as part of the leadership team, I'm sure that was a really proud moment for you and the company. But it hasn't been just about, it's not just about the dollars. It's about being able to offer the value to the enterprises, driving the type of services that companies are looking for, enabling not just, hyperscale cloud and cloud infrastructure, but also software services and connecting to that old hybrid cloud. Pat will do a victory lap about that at some point in the show. He says he called the hybrid cloud early. But
what? 10 years ago. So
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but the cloud is it's almost old enough to drink now. I mean, legally in the US, it's definitely legal in Europe. But how about just give us the quick background and rundown, Will. We mentioned, you as a CTO of the company, but of course the office of the CTO and its purpose, its direction, and what you focus on day in and day out over there at Google Cloud.
Sure. So my function is actually a new build with our cloud organization. And it dates back about 2015, 2016. And so I come from the enterprise. I'm an enterprise technologist. Most of my background has not been in pure tech. It's been applying tech in the context of a business, to build things with applications, services, experiences. And so when I first showed up at Google, we were really just laying the seeds for our cloud business. We had Compute Engine, we had BigQuery, we had App Engine, we had some services, but we're really mobilizing on the business. And, to the credit of leadership at the time, we realized that we were still approaching the technology development very much like, hand things to developers and let them go build. And what we realized very quickly working with enterprises is that they needed some guidance. Watch out for these pitfalls. Who are my peers that have the experience building with these tools that can really help guide me? And so we started a little group called the Office of the CTO around that time. And the whole purpose was to go attach ourselves to the top, N number of customers and make sure that they had an awesome experience, building with our technology. And, kind of took off, which is why I guess I'm still employed here at Google. And over the years, we built a team and we've added a little bit a new spin. So not only do we work with our top customers now and help, make their path to cloud a little bit less bumpy, But we also take what we learn and we connect the dots from what we hear from these top customers. And you can imagine how valuable their feedback is and input is when you're building multi-tenant platforms and multi-tenant technologies. So now we also take some of those dots, connect them, and we pilot some new capabilities, some of which you'll see at Next, and some of which are already baked into the platform. So it's really a privilege to sit, as a technologist at the junction of, the world's preeminent scaled tech company and all of these companies who are trying to outside of Google, who are trying to apply technology to solve really, really important problems like precision medicine or sustainability or commerce or supply chain. So as you can tell, I think I've got the best job around.
Wait a second. I thought I had the best job around. So maybe we can compare notes at the event in
Yeah, you
real
bet.
time. So yeah, over the last 30 years, I've met with so many different types of CTOs, right? There's CTOs that kind of stay inside of the hive and never go out, right? There's some that, like you talked about, talking with customers a lot and having kind of this bi-directional conversation, and more than a conversation, actions that go in it. And by the way, I think there's value in both, but if you want to really move the needle from a customer viewpoint, you have to have the latter, which is what you're doing. So, as industry analysts, we pay attention to a lot about what Google is doing, your competitors, your complementers, your entire ecosystem. And there's been a ton of news lately, right? And I would even say a lot of momentum that I've seen in terms of events relating specifically to things like AI. And it's your AI event that you had for analysts and others. You rolled out a litany of customers there. I wasn't personally there, but I got the download. So, but why are they choosing you over your competitors?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I'll abstract it a little bit because quite often the decision to work with Google happens for reasons that are not just about product features and roadmap, but actually are more kind of enterprise institutional relationship trust based. So I think of them in three different categories. First, our customers want to partner with the proven leader in AI, meaning they want to partner with an organization that has operated production grade machine learning systems, platforms, applications responsibly and securely at scale for years in front of billions of users. Every single day, all of our machine learning production systems are on display and ready for scrutiny by almost everyone in the world. So they want to partner with a true AI first company.
Huh,
Um,
you mean Will, like planet scale? No.
someday, someday, not to tease too many things out in the future. Someday, interplanetary scale.
Okay.
But more on that, I think, in a future episode. Um, so they also are very interested now that Google Cloud is this enterprise grade business within Google. We're also externalizing these AI innovations so that enterprise customers and developers, any organization really, can build with and on the same technology that serves those billions of users every single day. One example I like to give is tensor processing units. These were originally designed so that we could efficiently scale our own machine learning production systems. And we started externalizing them to customers, and they started to find the same benefits in efficiency and scale. And now we're in multiple generations that have been available to customers. So for years, our customers have been able to take advantage of these purpose-built chips for AI. So that's reason number one, right? An AI first company, a true
Yeah.
leader. Second is they get a real voice in what we build. And I mentioned a little bit of this in the intro of a little bit of what my team does, but if you look at our product roadmap today and at Next, you'll get a view of both what we've built and we've landed and also some things that are launching. It's a direct result of customer feedback. So I'll give you an example. We know that databases are going to play a really large role in generative AI. And many of our customers wanted an open way, I'd say, to bring vector search to traditional databases, for example. And so, this may sound like a small thing, but we recently announced PG Vector, which is a leading open source similarity search extension. It's now available with Cloud SQL and AlloyDB. And I could list thousands of features and products that are now available to all companies based on the feedback of our customers. So now our customers get the best of Google technology, like TPUs, and the best of open source and third-party technology all in one place. And the third reason is that no matter how big or small these companies are, doesn't matter what geography they're in, what industry they serve, our customers know that they've got a fully featured set of platforms that are tailored for what they need to build, deploy, and manage their critical applications. So this shows up really in a couple different ways. One is a unified data and AI platform. So scaled storage systems, data stores, databases. We just mentioned some features in databases that are going to help them in Gen AI. So from data to pipeline, to application, you can move from one place to the other in the platform very seamlessly with horizontals that are very consistent across the platform, like security, monitoring, logging, things that are really important to operators. Second, we have a dev cloud. So this helps businesses and governments build quickly, securely, and cost effectively, purpose-built infrastructure and AI-optimized platform. Third, we've got AI-powered features in Workspace. I think Workspace is one of the most exciting surfaces we have because you can immediately get the value of generative AI in a SaaS application that feels almost like a little bit of magic sprinkled in, to what most people, it's like collaboration, communication, but now, in this new way. And then finally, this engineered in security and world-class threat intelligence teams. We continue to invest in key technologies to progress towards what is our North Star, which is like invisible security. This is, strong security that's pervasive and simple and mostly invisible to everyone.
So one of the big waves, is definitely generative AI. And that's been a bit of it's been a ride. I mean, I kind of laugh because it was like there's we always kind of talk pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. Well, how about the pre-Thanksgiving, post-Thanksgiving? Like we legitimately saw this industry get turned upside down in a very short period of time when all of a sudden we saw, what generative AI could do. For Google and Google Cloud, I mean, the company has been all over it. It's been very exciting to sort of watch. Pat and I always talk about innovation drives innovation. It's been exciting to watch kind of the back and forth with Google and OpenAI. It's been fun to watch the different cloud providers all rolling out different strategies. But I was at your event, the customer event in San Jose or in the Valley. Mm-hmm. And you guys launched, some updates to Vertex. You launched some updates to your generative AI tools. And I was super impressed. I really said at that point, Google Cloud has really done a great job. It's innovating, it's bringing solutions to market, and it's helping customers do what they ultimately want to do, which is not all be data scientists and not all be programmers and not all be GPU experts, but really just get their data right and then utilize it for applications to help them be more productive or more efficient in their business. Talk a little bit about kind of this whole generative AI journey that you're on and, how this is really driving momentum right now for Google Cloud.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's no surprise to me that, being a Google person, that generative AI, large language models are, creating this next wave of innovation in scaled computation. I mean, we've seen this since 2015, 2014, 2016, the publication of our papers around transformers, with DeepMind's publications around reinforcement learning with human feedback. I mean, we have been not only, a part of, but actually, in my opinion, leading like a vanguard of innovation in this area. And the moment like that you mentioned last year, the reason why it's so exciting to us is because it's really opened up interest and curiosity from kind of the entire ecosystem in how to build with these technologies. And so that for us, that means, as an AI first company, we're going to focus on making it easy and scalable for everyone to build with AI, not just, our research teams and our product teams here at Google. So that takes a couple of different shapes. First, I believe we have the most comprehensive platform now available and ready to go. We have strong support from leading organizations that you probably heard about at the event. We're helping companies create content for marketing objectives. We're helping synthesize and organize information True knowledge management, one of the projects that every company has always wished would come true, but generally they fail because it's so hard to pull information together across silos and make it universally accessible and useful, if you will. We're helping to automate processes and also build engaging customer experiences with this platform. So first, the most comprehensive platform. So you can summarize content, you can generate content, you can build customer experiences. The second element that we're really focused on here in order to democratize this, and this is the number one question I get, is do I have control of my data, brand, IP, risk, ability to meet regulatory requirements? This is the trust question. And so unequivocally, the short answer is yes. Our customers have full control of their data, their brand, IP risk, and ability to meet regulatory requirements. We don't use our customers' data to train Google's models. Third, to your point, Dan, everyone can be an AI developer. You can even drag and drop now and build, applications using some of these assistive and generative tools. And so all users with varying levels of expertise can create innovative enterprise search, chat, even vision apps now. And we're enabling both business and tech practitioners to be more productive using these AI assistants. Then finally, and this is a really big deal because the excitement is always in the use case and that first application. And then companies that want to build and scale out, they go, oh, maybe we hadn't thought about, the infrastructure and the scale out that's going to required to serve however hundreds of millions of users they may have, or maybe they're B2B, so they've got an ecosystem of partners as well. So we're also delivering infrastructure that's optimized for AI workloads. So you can get the latest GPUs and TPUs at Google. You can get a rich choice of deep learning VMs and the ability to easily build custom AI software. So it doesn't matter what stage someone's in. Our goal is to make sure that the platform, the data approach, the development tools, and the infrastructure are all ready to support, that these are rapidly emerging use cases. And so we're also kind of as like a wrapping layer now. We're already putting out a lot of like educational and consulting programs, blueprints for specific industry use cases across a growing partner ecosystem. One of the things you'll see at Next is just an unbelievable explosion in our partner ecosystem, developer ecosystem, third-party startups. And it's, I think we're seeing it because they see the commitment that we have to help them learn, build with, and deploy generative AI. I like talking about customers, because my job is like, 50% customers, 50% internal R&D. So I did want to give people who are tuned in here a couple of examples just to make it a little more real. So, for example, in financial services, regulated industry, Deutsche Bank is testing Google's generative AI and large language models at scale to provide new insights to financial analysts. So this helps them drive operational efficiencies and execution velocity. They believe, and so do we, that there's an opportunity to significantly reduce the time it takes to perform banking operations and financial analyst tasks. And this empowers employees by increasing their productivity. So that's in financial services. Who doesn't love a drive-through? Every time I think about this customer, I get hungry. So I'm sorry if I'm doing this to you.
You can probably look at me and tell me.
Yeah. So I'm going to hurt you here because this is all about Frosties and fries and dipping the fries in the Frosties. Yes, that's right. Wendy's is piloting a groundbreaking AI solution. It's called Wendy's Fresh AI, and it's designed to revolutionize the quick service restaurant industry. And the technology has the potential to completely transform Wendy's drive-through food ordering experience. And this uses Google Cloud's generative AI and LLMs by initiating a conversation with customers that is as fluid, some would argue maybe more fluid sometimes, than the conversation people are used to having in the drive-through. And it can understand made-to-order requests and generate responses to frequently asked questions. And maybe a third example, because I like threes, telecommunications, Orange France. So moving over to Europe, they recently launched OrangeBot. It's a French language generative AI enabled chatbot. So not just English, but now we're also into other languages as well. It's embedded on their website, uses the company's support knowledge to independently generate precise and immediate responses to customer questions. It's also a conversational search engine and an entry point to their help and contact website. And this is one of the most common things that we see today is these chatbots used as a natural language experience. It's like the front door into the knowledge that a company has, and quite often in the support experience. And they believe at Orange that they're going to be able to transform the customer relationship, optimize management costs, and offer even more helpful and user-friendly experiences in the future.
Well, everybody does like customer examples because it's really where the rubber meets the road, and the tech connects, and that's when you really see the value. Because I like cool tech just like everybody, but will customers get benefit from it? Will they pay for it? That is a completely different story. So, hey, we're here because of Google Cloud Next, and it's literally right around the corner. What should we be keeping an eye out for? And if you want to pre-announce everything on this video that's going out beforehand, you can do that if you'd like. But we're not press.
Only the really good stuff. Like
hold on, I need to find my badge
stuff,
so I can shred it.
No, I'm just kidding. What should we expect? I mean, what are we going to see out there?
Well, first, for anybody dialed in, I mean, 6.5 is going to be there, right? So you want to see more Pat and Dan, and who doesn't? I'd say right there's probably the big headliner.
Cut. That's it.
Yeah, is that it? Are we done? Yeah, that's all.
Can I get your wiring information, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it, Will. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Listen, so first, Google Cloud Next, August 29th to the 31st at Moscone Center in San Francisco. First and foremost, it's a user conference. So it's designed for practitioners. So it's going to be heavily leaning towards giving knowledge and experiences that help people learn. So 3 big themes at Next. First, generative AI, as Dan would say, is everywhere. So, for a couple of examples, we help the world's leading customers build AI with our optimized AI infrastructure in Vertex. So you'll hear about that. We help every person use AI with Duet AI. So this is this always-on AI collaborator that provides help to users across all the surfaces here at Google. So they're going to hear about that in Google Workspace and Google Cloud Platform. And with our ecosystem of partners, we help organizations successfully incorporate AI. So that's the first thing that they're going to see is that generative AI is everywhere. 2, that they can get the most out of generative AI when it works with their cloud. So this could be people, processes, security. We're going to really dive deep, not just about some cool chat app or the latest LLM. We're actually going to get into operations, LLM ops. How do you secure, a chain that starts with a prompt and ends up with a piece of generated content and everywhere in between? So really making sure that they have practical, hands-on, operator level knowledge that they can take back with them to their companies. And third, regardless of your role, taking advantage of Gen AI is so much easier than most people believe. So, like for today, what's happening in companies, like in finance, accounts receivable and accounts payable summarization with SAP. In HR help desk, job post creation, benefits summarization with Workday. In procurement, vendor contracts creation summarization with Ariba, sales, generating letters for prospects, marketing, advertising, copy creation, social media publishing. I mean, just so many things happening already. And we want to expose that really to embolden people to take the next steps with Gen AI. But we're also going to hint at some of the things that might be coming in the future and how AI will transform industries. So a couple that are near and dear to my heart coming from manufacturing, industrials, government. First, factory floor monitoring, quality management, using vision and image AI on the factory floor. Field service, generating information from a manual into an application, speaking with the application, using voice-based search, taking a picture with a camera and auto-generating summaries for each field service person. Super interesting and really popping up in Europe quite a bit with quite a few of our customers. So we'll share these and a whole lot more. There'll be keynotes, there'll be experiences. Attendees will be able to find just about anything I think they'd want in terms of, code labs to, kind of executive level presentations. We're talking about business outcomes. So it's not just about the tech. And we'll clarify across tech, people, process, and the open ecosystem, how we can help customers learn, implement, and be successful. And most importantly, our customers are going to be there. They're going to share with each other. They're going to share with all the attendees the ups and downs, the sweet and the sour of Gen AI, at scale in production today. And no more authoritative source than our customers. So a lot to consume.
I am very excited, Will, to get there. And Pat, I think I can speak for you. I like hearing it from you. I like hearing it better from your customers, and then I like it the most when it comes from me. But I would not have been an analyst had I not said that. But in all seriousness, you've really laid the groundwork for a very exciting event. I mean, of course, customers are thinking about everything from, how to just scale traditional workloads all the way to how do we AI everything. And we know that AI is it's not a technology that sits vertically, it sits horizontally. Horizontally. I made up a word. Horizontally,
Wow.
and it's going to impact
Trademark that.
every vertical within industries and every part of the business. And so I want to hear more. I think I can speak on behalf of the 6.5. We want to hear more. And Will, we do look forward to hearing from you and TK and the leadership at Google this coming week. Thanks so much for joining us here on the 6.5 and for previewing Google Cloud Next.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure and an honor, gentlemen. I'll see you there.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
All right, everyone, hit that subscribe button. Join us. We're going to be talking more with other experts throughout the Google Cloud Next weeks. We're going to be doing it before, we're going to be doing it during, we're going to be doing it after. So stay with us here on the 6.5. Hit that subscribe button. Join us for all of our shows. If you love what you hear, send me a direct message. And if you weren't so happy, Patrick's Twitter handle. All right, everybody. We'll see you all later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.